Alrighty there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the games. This is the final round of the North American 3v3 Joust series, sponsored by HiRez Studios and Smite Guru. I'm here joined by Gormizer. Let's take a look at the bands coming out of Hot Plays versus Sweet Dreams.
And coming out for Hot Plays, they actually did Sobek Bacchus, which Bacchus is definitely, like I said in the last match, it's one of the kind of typical bands, and you see with that on the other side, Odin and Kali, those three gods themselves are usually banned out here, and Sobek being banned out just because it's something I guess Hot Plays didn't want to deal with, as Shablanc got locked in and Hu Yi is being hovered over.
Yep, Chang'e, ooh, Ao Kwang, Chang'e, Rappy Grump does lock in the Chang'e, Hu Yi being hovered over and probably locked in for Chompy here. Givalanke on that Secret Truth Zero, or rather, Secret Truth Zero on that Givalanke, certainly an interesting choice. We saw Givalanke in that first game. He did okay. Actually, no, he did good. I'm trying to remember. Givalanke did pretty good. Ice is being hovered over for Alpha Sub-Zero, but this, I don't know. Givalanke and Hui is an interesting matchup.
I'm also interested. I like the Isis because, like we said when we saw her hovered over last match, we were talking about how Circle of Protection is this really big, giant burst of healing and damage that for this will take up the entire lane. But I'm kind of interested in how that's going to play with Hu Yi, because, I mean, if he drops the Suns on it, it's going to charge up Circle of Protection, but it's also going to get a lot of damage down for Sweet Dreams, and Chang'e, with the Waxing Moon, going to be able to throw that out and get a lot of stuns down if they can, if they line up improperly from Hot Plays. I'm kind of interested to see. This is one of those matchups like we had a few games ago where it's just kind of like, I'm not entirely sure who gets it. There's no real distinct advantage so far in either team comp. And the last few bands coming out and the next picks are going to be coming through here soon.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Bands coming out were all support, so... Oh, I guess someone forgot about Khepri. I actually didn't even notice Khepri wasn't banned. I just kind of assumed that Khepri's always banned. And I think that's what people of Hot Plays and Sweet Dreams just kind of... Well, I think Sweet Dreams maybe had an eye on Khepri and just decided to ban Athena. Hot Plays with the Geb ban, that's not going to leave them a lot of options for Guardians, especially if Penland Chief does decide to pick up this Khepri here. Khepri, very strong. Oh, Ymir immediately locked in for Hot Plays, though.
I'm actually really... I like the way that Sweet Dreams handled the picks and bans there. They waited until Hot Plays had both their both damage dealers. You usually want maybe a hunter, an assassin, and a mage. And they waited until both those were locked in, and then they're like, well, now they can't pick Ao Kwang or Thanatos, who is a direct counter to the Khepri ult, so we'll just grab Khepri. Everybody now has essentially one person on their team has an extra life, but after seeing Ymir locked in immediately, I'm wondering if Hot Plays was kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Ymir has some pretty good, he's pretty good on the Just map just because he can wall off a lot of areas, especially in the jungle, and kind of prevent people from going, anywhere. You can easily lock in somewhere around the red buff if you want to keep someone from moving around in there. But Khepri is just, he's Khepri, right? Like, he will revive people, he will... stun people. He's got all kinds of options for CC and damage, and Khepri is just really strong right now, overall.
Yeah, all in all, the team comp coming out of Sweet Dreams with the Hu Yi, Chang'e, and Khepri is a little bit stronger than what we see coming out of Hot Plays with the Isis, Ymir, and Shablanc, but Shablanc being a ticking time bomb waiting for that late game, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it as we take a short break before we go into the game. We have about 130 seconds for the spectator client to catch up. And once we get in, we'll be bringing you Hot Plays versus Sweet Dreams for the last match this week of the 3v3 NA Joust series.
Alrighty there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the games. This is the last round of the 3v3 Joust series, sponsored by Smite Guru and HiRez Studios. We have Hot Plays on the left side of your spectator UI, Secret Truth 0, Alpha Sub-Zero, Reach 0 on Ymir, Isis, and Givalanke, respectively. Why don't you go ahead and introduce the right side?
Coming out for Sweet Dreams, we have Chompy on that Hu Yi, Penland Chief coming out with the Chang'e, and Rabbi Gromp on that Khepri. And one thing to note here is, you know, we're doing this week has been a round robin style, so every team plays the others once, and as it stands, both of these teams are sitting at 0-1. They both have lost to Worth Gaming, so whoever wins this gets second place. Worth Gaming having secured their first place spot, as actually a lot of damage coming out into the red buff fight. Rabbi Gromp kind of low, but a nice root going to come down. A beautiful wall from Secret Juice Zero going to be able to stop any aggression there, and all in all, it's just kind of the standard run-of-the-mill fight at the beginning of the 3v3.
Yeah, one of the things I mentioned earlier about Ymer is just he's able to zone off people, especially from going like to and from the red buff. Secret Truth Zero executed that perfectly. So, walling off again is Secret Truth Zero just trying to prevent his team, or trying to prevent the team of hot plays from going in there. Jump coming out of Chompy. He's going to try and escape. Penland Chief with a nice little moonlight waltz to ensure that you don't take any damage there from Isis. Rabbi Gromp with a nice little pluck, or nice little grab onto Reach Zero. Not a pluck, it's just a grab.
One
but
thing,
Reach Zero getting a little low.
One thing I'm kind of interested in is, like, we see Chompy going into the build that will start into Transcendence with the Charged Morningstar. Reach Zero went for Throwing Dagger, and now the recent change of this did get rid of the crit for it, but it does still have the splash damage on it, allowing him to help clear the wave a little bit better and get a little bit more damage all around. And I'm kind of interested to see how he plays this, mainly because that's going to give them just a slight clearing advantage for a few levels here, but as it stands, it's not too much in the grand scheme of things. We still see the dance around the red buff, although it looks like Sweet Dreams are going to be the ones who aggress on it.
Yeah, I disagree with this choice. Generally, I think mana is really good on Xbalanque. He's a very mana-intensive god, so Throwing Dagger I think is a little misguided, but, you know, it's to the player's choice. So this little root coming out of Rabbi Gromp there, just going to kind of put the fear into Alpha Sub-Zero. They didn't really engage on him, but enough. Chompy does manage to get the red buff there. Was taken by Rabbi Gromp and Penland Chief. Rabbi Gromp, or rather, Penland Chief does send the bunny back to base, and now there's an invasion coming on the hot plays buff.
Nice silence coming out. Rabbi Gromp actually getting caught out. A beautiful wall from the Ymir there, going to slow him down. A curse is actually going to be used, and it's getting a nice slow. Rabbi Gromp getting really low, no healing up, so Chang'e can't really help, although now it's worn off. He's going to be able to get away just barely, and now it looks like Ymir might be in some trouble, but both teams looking to disengage here. Chompy maybe going for a cheeky ricochet, but so far nothing coming out, and it looks like the blue buff once again is going to get re-engaged, and Alpha Sub-Zero really the only one looking at it. A beautiful Moonlight Waltz going to come out, get the stun. Chompy going to drop down with a nice dive and pick up kill for Sweet Dreams.
That was a pure. All right, we're gonna wait a moment. We're gonna pretend like we're attacking from the blue buff and just completely bait out. Just completely baited out there. Alpha Sub-Zero going down for the first blood, and Reach Zero going down for the second blood in favor of Sweet Dreams. Both kills went on to Hu Yi as well, so that's only gonna help compound that ADC carry lifestyle
and help him get that Transcendence online. Like you said earlier, I personally agree. I would have preferred to see the Transcendence also on the Xbalanque, especially with how the scaling works with it. The mana is going to be really good. The power would help him out, and I mean, sitting like I said a few games ago, Xbalanque is really strong late game, but he's stronger if you can get some of those passive stacks. And so far, none sitting at it for Reach Zero here. And as it stands, Chompy looking to maybe run this show with some of the nice ricochets he's been getting.
Yep, he does have that red buff online, so he's going to be doing all kinds of damage. Ricochet a little off the mark there, right in front of Secret Truth Zero. Probably made him blink. Not flinch, but blink. Chompy just going to use this Ricochet again to clear. Rabbi Gromp going for a bit of a root there, but just a little off the mark. Secret Truth Zero getting some poke on him. The wall does go out of Secret Truth Zero, but it does not matter. Chompy does get the kill on the Secret Truth Zero, and now Reach Zero is looking pretty deep to try and clean up Penland Chief here, sitting pretty low. Isis ultimate coming out. not enough damage. Alpha Sub-Zero does get the kill there with a Wing Gust there, but Chompy just trying to get some damage out, trying to clean up Reach Zero here. Gets the last auto there, and Chompy is going to get the kill. Alpha Sub-Zero, though, sitting pretty low. Not low enough, though. Oh, the root coming out of Rabby Grump does manage to get the kill for Chompy there with the Sunbreaker. And now, well, Sweet Dreams is going to go grab themselves a red buff.
I actually think that is the best Khepri route I have ever seen. That was just well placed. Like I was like, oh, Alpha Sub-Zero is just going to walk out of this. I did not see that hitting him. I didn't see it coming out, and he managed. Not only did he manage to get it, but being able to pick up the kill there for his Hunter. They've got all 5 kills sitting on Chompy, which is a good and a bad thing. It's good to get your Hunter fed, but if he's the only one who's fed, then if he falls, it's going to be some bad news bears for Sweet Dreams. But I mean, as it stands, they are showing some strength and a lot of life that we may have thought kind of pushed out of them by Worth Gaming, but as we see here, they are ready to fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Chompy, just look at the damage he's doing to Secret Zero in those autos. Purification does come out. Just kind of a little afraid. Chompy was walled off there by Secret Truth Zero, and now they're going to be looking towards the Hot Plays blue buff again. Reach Zero, maybe trying to find something here, but just not able to find anything. Nice wall coming out to ensure that well, Chompy and Penland Chief do not go in onto Reach Zero there. Ricochet a little off the mark, not able to bounce off the wall and connect. But yeah, nice steal coming out. Penland Chief now has a blue buff, and well, Reach Zero and Alpha Sub-Zero, all the worse for the matter. Ooh, ultimate going on Penland Chief though. All kinds of damage going on to him. Reach Zero getting a little low, Robbie Grump getting low as well. He's going to have to top on himself, Alpha Sub-Zero. Cleaned up there by Chompy. Robbie Grump getting pretty low as well. Chompy cleaned up with an auto, and Penland Chief with the kill on the Reach Zero, and that's a surrender vote and an instant surrender coming out of Hot Plays.
Sitting down 8-1. Sweet Dreams just kind of running the show. They have Chompy sitting at 7-1. He's level 10. The highest on Hot Plays was level 7. That's 3 levels behind. It was a downward slope, and I mean, after they had just come off a loss from Worth Gaming, morale might have been a little bit low. They probably just didn't want to deal with it. And I mean, seeing as it was, looking at the damage, even though we didn't have a lot of time in that match, still about 1,000 of damage coming, or 1,000 damage per minute coming out from Chompy there, just slightly under by 400.
Yeah, Chompy was doing an excellent job of just using his ricochets effectively, keeping people locked down, using that ultimate as well in combination with the Khepri root. Saw that a couple times happen. And just Penland Chief playing that support role, able to heal up his team. About 1,000 player healing. You know, it's a level 8 Chang'e. You can't expect too much, but it still provided enough sustain for his team. Robbie Grump doing a very good job of just doing Khepri things. So reviving himself, using the damage mitigation on his 2 effectively. It's, yeah, I mean, Sweet Dreams just showed a very dominant performance, 7-0-1. That's all you need to say, it's just 7-0-1.
Yeah, and I mean, Chompy played that amazingly. But with that, we actually see, so Worth Gaming pulls out the first place, getting a 2-0 wins in their round robin. Sweet Dreams actually, with that win, pulls them into second place, going 1-1, and Hot Plays, unfortunately, sitting at the third place now, 0-2, and I'm pretty sure that's it. That's week 5 for us.
Yep, that will do it. Jesters Gaming did technically come in fourth because they're 0-3-0. They unfortunately had to surrender due to some difficulties. But yeah, so Worth Gaming are the winners this week, going 3-0-0. And they will manage to get the top gem prize, which is pretty nice. I believe it's something like 2,000 gems for the winning team. So for each player. So that's a hot little gem prize.
Nice amount of gems to get added to your account.
Yep. But that will do it for us here at Smite Guru TV. We'd like to thank you all for coming out. Shout outs to MBlakeW on Twitter. Blake, the admin for this tournament. Jenna for helping organize this whole thing. Tiger and Ignorant Sloth for casting the EU. And Gormizer, where can they find you all around the internet.
If you need to find me or you just want to follow me, I'm on Twitter at Gormizer. It's all one word, very simply spelled.
Yep, and you can find me at Experiment25 on Twitter, Twitch, and wherever else. That will do it for us here at the Smite Guru TV channel. Hopefully, we'll be having another one of these tournaments soon. As of now, I don't believe we have any plans, but we will be looking to do one of these in the near future. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. We really do appreciate you watching, and we shall see you later.